Hello student, myself V.S. Yadav. Today I am going to teach you new chapter of class 9th, chapter 9, Force and Law of Motion. So students, in previous chapter we described the motion of an object along a straight line in the term of its position, velocity and acceleration. We saw that such a motion can be uniform or non-uniform. Why does the speed of an object change with time? Its speed is sometimes going to increase, sometimes going to decrease. Do the motion require change with time? Of course, in this chapter, we will make a attempt all such curiosity why the speed of object is going to increase or decrease, what is the reason behind it, any object come into motion or come into rest. We have observed a lot of activities in our daily life, means all the activity in our daily life, there is a physical quantity responsible behind it. That physical quantity is force. So we study the chapter 9. The name of the chapter is Force and Law of Motion. Means in previous chapter we study about the motion and the physical quantity which is responsible for the motion we will study in this chapter, that is force. Force and some law of motion. Some effect is required to put a stationary object. If any object is in rest, we applied a quantity that is force and object come into motion. So it is fact that no one has seen, tasted or felt a force, but we always see, feel the effect of force. That's right? Yeah. In your earlier class, you have studied that a force can be used to change the magnitude of velocity of an object to be faster or slower, and in class 8th you have studied the effect of force. I am going to remind you the effect of force. You know that the force can change the shape of object, direction of object, position of object or speed of object. There is a lot of changes, effect of force, like shape of change. Simply you have to see at your home to your mother making chapati. All of you have seen. Firstly, what we have to do for making chapati, we have to make a ball like structure or like spherical structure. Then we apply force and it change into chapati. All of you have seen? Okay. If you have to take in your hand a ripe tomato and push it, what happen you have to see? That will be broke down, means shape will be changed. So you have seen such changes. We have studied about all the effects and law of motion in this chapter. Thank you. In chapter 9, first of all, we discuss about the force. In our daily life, all of you have do the activity when you want to open the door. Thus times you have to apply a force, means you have to push the door, and want to close the door, at that time you pull the door. Okay, Another simple example, if we want to write something and open our pen, we pull the cap of the pen, right? And when we have to write a complete work and we want to close the pen, at that times we push the cap. Means in simple language we can say that anything push or pulled is called force. All of you are familiar with the definition since earlier classes. Anything push or pull is called force. Okay, and as I have told you some effect of force, the force can change the position of an object, come to rest or motion. For example, suppose your friend is going by bicycle and you start pulling it. When you apply a sufficient force, then the bicycle come into rest. Or when you pushing the bicycle, at that time the speed of the cycle is going to increase. You can take many such examples also. Okay. Force can change the velocity of moving object. It has been done. Force can change the direction of an object. All of you see in the cricket match or football match, when the bowler threw the ball, you have to observe at that time the direction of ball, and when the batsman hit the ball, at that time direction of ball will be changed. Na? Okay. Force can change the shape and size of an object, as I have given the example of tomato, balloon, making chapatis, etc. So in earlier classes we study about the types of force: muscular force, frictional force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, contact force, non-contact force. But here we study balance and unbalanced force. Okay. You have to think that there is a table and two-person applied some force on the table in opposite direction. If both friends or both person apply the same force on the table, to have any change in the table position of table? No. Means result is 0. So at that time that is balance force. Means if two or more force apply on the same object and result is 0, that is balance force. And other hand, if result is not 0, then that is unbalanced force. Means if two or more forces apply on the same object and result is 0, at that time it is said to be balance force, and result is not 0 means that object come into motion or change its position, at that time that is unbalanced force. Okay. Now all of you have some phenomena, natural phenomena. All of you have observed that. All of you have traveling in the bus. So when the bus at the starting point, bus is in rest and it's come into motion, we fall backward. And when the bus is in motion and it apply brake to stop, at that time the passenger fall in forward direction. All of you have familiar with this phenomena. Na? So that is a reason कि for this Galileo Galilei gave three law of motion. That is three law of motion. First law of motion is that if according to first law of motion, if an object remains in rest or of motion in a straight line unless uncompellable to change that state of any applied force. In simple language, first law of motion, you can say that if any object is in rest, remains in rest. If in motion, remain in motion till external force is not applied on it. Suppose you are riding a bicycle, okay, or motorcycle. You have to not apply a external. If you have the speed of your motorbike is 30 km per hour. Now you are not applying brake, not take more accelerator. At that time, your bike is going with the same speed 30 km per hour. It does not rest or it does not come into high speed. Means that position will be remain same. That is first law of motion. So just I have give the example of the bus. At the travel time, the passengers fall forward or backward. That is because of the first law of motion. Okay. First law of motion is also known as law of inertia. अब there is a word inertia. So as I have told कि when the passenger is in rest remains in rest, यानी जब हम बस में बैठे होते हैं, पैसेंजर बस में बैठा होता है तो पहले वो रेस्ट में रहता है. तो जब बस चलती है तो वो मोशन में आती है तो पैसेंजर बैकवर्ड जाता है. मीन्स ये शो करता है कि वो रेस्ट में ही रहना चाहता है. और जब बस मोशन में आ जाती है, जब ब्रेक अप्लाई करती है तो पैसेंजर फॉरवर्ड जाता है. मीन्स वो शो करना चाहता है कि आई वॉन्ट टू बी रिमेन इन मोशन, हम मोशन में ही रहना चाहते हैं. तो ये जो अपनी पोजीशन चेंजिंग का अगेंस्ट करना है, दैट इज अगेंस्ट टू चेंज द पोजीशन. ये पोजीशन चेंजिंग का अगेंस्ट करने वाली जो प्रॉपर्टी है दैट इज इनर्शिया. तो फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ मोशन इज आल्सो कि अगेंस्ट टू चेंज देयर पोजीशन एंड इनर्शिया इज द अगेंस्ट टू चेंज देयर पोजीशन. तो ये जो टेंडेंसी है दैट इज इनर्शिया. Means inertia is a natural tendency of an object to resist a change in a state of motion or rest. Inertia is depend on mass. More mass has more inertia, less mass has less inertia. Now I am giving one examples to you. Suppose that a boy of 30 kg and another boy is 50 kg. If you want to push it, okay, so which student apply more force to change his position? The person whose mass is 50 kg, we have to apply more force, while in 30 kg we have to apply less force. With another example, suppose there is two stone 30 kg and 20 kg. If you want to catch it ना, तो आपको किस स्टोन को उठाने में ज़्यादा फोर्स लगेगा? 20 kg. मीन्स उसका मास ज़्यादा है तो वह उठाने के लिए अगेंस्ट कर रहा है, यानी उसके अगेंस्ट उसको उसके चेंजिंग के लिए हमें ज़्यादा फोर्स अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. मीन्स मोर मास हैज मोर इनर्शिया एंड लेस मास हैज लेस इनर्शिया. Means inertia is depend on the mass of object. Okay, thank you. We will discuss about the mass. What is mass? Mass is the amount of matter or substance that make an object. The SI unit of mass is kilogram, that is represented as kg. Okay, the mass of an object is measured its inertia. Now in simple language you have to see the amount of matters or substances. Like suppose you have to take a pack of rice, so you can understood that each rice is known as the mass of that one pack of rice. That is a matter ना. तो matter is around amount of you know the matter कि everything have space, occupy space and has weight is known as matter. Now some questions are there in your NCERT book, page number 118. Which of the following has more inertia? So as I have told you, more mass has more inertia and less mass has less inertia. So first is a rubber ball and a stone of same size. So that's clear कि stone has more mass. So more mass has more inertia, therefore a stone has more inertia. Okay. Second, bicycle and a train. All of you have seen the bicycle and train. Whose mass is greater? That is absolutely train. So train has more inertia. Okay. Next is a 5 rupees coins and a 1 rupees coins. So all of you have seen the 5 rupees coins and 1 rupees coins. 5 rupees coins has more mass, therefore that has more inertia. Clear? Another example is in a following example. इस क्वेश्चन को आप ध्यान से अपने एनसीईआरटी बुक में देखेंगे कि कोई दो टीम है इन फुटबॉल मैच, टीम ए और टीम बी एक दूसरे को किक करते हैं फुटबॉल को. तो इसमें पूछा है कि हाउ मेनी टाइम्स वेलोसिटी विल बी चेंज. तो आई हैव मेंशन ऑल द पॉसिबल फिनोमेना हियर. टोटल आंसर विल बी, मेन आंसर इज 4 टाइम्स. सपोज देयर इज टू टीम्स ए एंड B. Firstly, a player of team A kick the ball. So when the player kick the ball, the velocity will be changed. Means that is first time. And that player kick the ball to the goal. So when he kick to the goal, at that time also velocity will be changed. So that is 2 times. Now the keeper is collect the ball. Collect the ball means again velocity will be changed. So that is 3 times. And he kicked the ball to his own team B, then again change the velocity of the ball. So that is total 1, 2, 3 and 4 times the velocity of ball will change. And in each case it is also asked that the force. So in each case the force applied by the player who kick or collect the ball. Clear? Okay. Next question. Explain why some leaves fall down when we vigorously shake the branch of tree. मतलब जब हम पेड़ की डाली को पकड़ के हिलाते हैं तो पत्तियां क्यों गिर जाती है. तो फर्स्टली आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू कि अकॉर्डिंग टू फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ मोशन, यदि कोई ऑब्जेक्ट रेस्ट में है तो रेस्ट में ही रहना चाहती है, मोशन में है तो मोशन में ही रहना चाहती है. मीन्स वो अपने स्टेट चेंजिंग का अगेंस्ट करती है, इसलिए वो टूट करके अलग हो जाती है. तो व्हेन द ब्रांच ऑफ ट्री इज सेकंड, द ब्रांच मूव इन टू एंड फ्रो मोशन. टू एंड फ्रो मोशन मीन्स इधर उधर. ओके. हाउ एवर द इनर्शिया, that is the property to against change their position. Leaf is attached to the branch, resists the motion of the branch. Therefore, the leaves that are weakly attached to the branch fall off due to inertia. Means if it is not saying that explain, only ask the reason, at that time you can write that because of inertia or because of first law of motion. Okay. Next, at starting I was telling you कि why do you fall. बस वाला एग्जाम्पल कि जब हम बस में सफ़र करते हैं या कोई पैसेंजर, तो जब बस स्टार्ट होती है तो आगे क्यों गिरता है, बस रेस्ट में आती है तो पीछे क्यों गिरता है. आई हैव अगेन एक्सप्लेन हियर. कि जब बस रेस्ट में होती है तो पैसेंजर भी रेस्ट में रहता है। जब बस मोशन में आती है तो मोशन में आने का अगेंस्ट करता है, दैट इज इनर्शिया। और जब बस मोशन में आ जाती है तो फिर वह मोशन में ही रहना चाहता है, उस मोशन से रेस्ट में आने का अगेंस्ट करता है। दैट्स वाई बिकॉज ऑफ द फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ मोशन ही फॉल बैकवर्ड और फॉरवर्ड व्हेन द बस इज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम रेस्ट or come to rest. You have to see here. Okay. Now, generally we have to use the unit of weight is kg. What is your weight? So that is kg. So there is the different terms mass and kg. Okay. Here I have mentioned some difference between the mass and the weight. You have to study carefully it कि mass is the amount of matter that an object make up of, and weight is the force by which earth attract any object. Suppose that कि we have to take 1 kg sugar. So in 1 kg sugar, that is not mass, that is weight. The number of particles in that sugar, that is mass, and 1 kg, that is 1 Newton, that is weight. Because when we put that on the balance, so that measure that is attracted by the earth. When we hang anything on the spring balance, it attracted by the earth and tell the weight of object. Mass is a scalar quantity. In previous chapter I have described a scalar quantity for which quantity only magnitude is needed, that is scalar, and for which quantity magnitude and direction both are needed, that is vector quantity. Then mass is a scalar quantity and weight is vector quantity. It does not change place to place. It changes from place to place. Okay. It can never be zero. It is zero at the center of earth because weight is the force by which earth attracts. So when we have to go on the center, at that time weight will be zero. The SI unit is kg and its SI unit is Newton. Mass may be measured by an ordinary balance. Weight is measured using by spring balance. Thank you.